So, unless you've been living under a technological rock for the past few months, you've probably heard that AI has been making some huge leaps forward. We have ChatGPT being able to pass the bar exam in the top 10%. We have Midjourney making us ask ourselves, does the Pope actually have swag? And we have basically everyone and their brother in Silicon Valley developing a new AI almost every day. Now, there's some people who are really excited about this technology, but there's also some people who are saying that we're developing Terminator as we speak. Now, I'm not really sure which side that I fall on at this point, but there is one kind of AI that I'm particularly interested in, called voice cloning AI. Now, as it sounds, it's a type of AI that clones your voice and makes it sound exactly like you're talking. Since I do a lot of voice work, I'm really interested in this, and I have a fun idea to test it out. So, I'm going to give a call to our resident audio wizard, Michael, and see what he thinks. Are you familiar with voice cloning AI?
I've heard about it. I've heard some really cool things that I've seen some videos go around where people are talking about it.
So there's actually quite a few different voice cloning AIs out there. What I would like to do is I would like to take our little mini podcast that we do, the community update, and I would like to see if a voice cloning AI could potentially clone my voice well enough so that people could listen to the AI doing the update and not tell whether it's the AI or me.
Ooh, so is it David Rethenmeyer, the man, the myth, the voice, the legend, or AI? I like this.
I'm gonna go get working on that, and I will keep you posted on my progress.
Sounds good. I'll see you on the other side, or hear you on the other side.
Technology behind voice cloning AI is really cool. Basically, it looks for the different patterns in how you actually speak. So it not only is just listening for the audio waves in your voice, but it's also listening for what parts of a sentence you tend to have your voice go to a higher pitch for, what parts you tend to go to a lower pitch, how fast or slow you speak. It tries to figure out your patterns and then will imitate those, is essentially how it works. Let's try Resemble AI. Supposedly they have a pretty fast working one that only requires a few seconds of audio. Okay, I have to say this sentence. I consent to having my voice cloned by Resemble. And let's see how it does. Getting ready to synthesize.
And I'm really excited because in just a couple of weeks, I'll get to see you all again.
I can definitely believe that voice when it says that it's really excited, and by believe it, I mean not at all. Okay, so this one, Play HT, took a really long time to process, and it asked me for several hours of audio. Thankfully, I had it, but hopefully this one is really good with all the time it took.
I'm your host, David Rethenmeyer.
Oh, wow, okay. Like, towards the middle and the end sounded actually pretty good, but there at the beginning, and once again, it mispronounces my last name. That's very rude, AI. That's very rude. 11labs voice cloning is up next. I have given it my voice sample. Let's see how it does. Just first try. Generate.
2023.
Actually, that's not too bad. Kinda sounds like me-ish. Kokwi is up next. It had me record a short sample of my voice using just one sentence. Once upon a time, the king's youngest son became filled with the desire to go abroad and see the world. Let's see how this sounds.
I'm your host, David Rethenmeyer.
Oh, why did it give me an accent? Did you hear that? See you all again in person. Well, those are underwhelming, to say the least. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't expecting perfection from the outset, but I was hoping for better than this. I mean, most of those barely sound anything like me. I know Michael's wanting an update, so I'm gonna show him what I've got so far and see what he thinks.
What is up? Unbound. Hello and welcome back to another Unbound community update.
This is so
I'm your
bizarre.
host.
It gave me an accent! Why did it give me an accent?
Yeah, seriously, you have like an Asian accent. Like an Asian British accent. Like you're from Hong Kong or something like this.
So
No,
some of
it's
that
it's
stuff it gets
pitched
right.
too high. It takes away that buttery goodness of your voice.
I'm going to go back and I'm going to try to tweak these a little bit more because a lot of the voiceover AIs have some settings that you can adjust to try to make them work a little bit better. And then I'd say let's go ahead and show some of these to some other people and see if they can tell the difference. Let's see if they can spot the real me. So, Michael, you mentioned something interesting about these potentially sounding like audiobook narration. That leads into the question, though, does it matter if it's actually a real person or if it's just a good sounding voice? Because if an AI can have a voice that sounds just as pleasant, if not better to listen to than mine, does it actually matter to people if they're listening to David Rethemeyer or if they're listening to a voice that just sounds like David Rethemeyer? Alrighty, Michael, these are the final results of the AI. I've tweaked these a little bit. I have sent you 5 voice files. One of them is real. 4 of them are AI. Can you tell which one is real?
Voice 1, 3, 2, 1.
What is up, Unbound? Hello, and welcome back to another Unbound community update. I'm your host, David Rethemeyer. This is the update for April, and I'm really excited because in just a couple of weeks, I'll get to see you all again in person at Capstone 2023.
Okay, so this one's clearly fake, but I recognize this one from the prior, and this is actually improved significantly.
I will be very curious to see if we fool some people who aren't as familiar with my voice.
All right, let's do this.
Let's see if I can tell the difference.
Listen to each one. Okay.
I'm your host, David Rethemeyer.
Rethemeyer? Is that your name, David? David Rethemeyer.
Rethemeyer gave it away, unless David did that on purpose.
Capstone 2023.
Definitely fake. All right. Voice 2.
Voice number 2.
What is up, Unbound? Hello and welcome back to another Unbound community update.
I'm your host, David Rethemeyer. This is the update for April, and I'm really excited because in just a couple of weeks, I'll get to see you all again in person at Capstone 2023.
So this one sounds like his last name, but it doesn't have like the speech pattern. David has a very specific speech pattern, and he highlights certain words. And I don't think this is him either.
It's almost a little bit too smooth, too perfect. I don't know. Not that your voice isn't perfect, David. I mean, that's not what I'm saying.
But you know what I'm noticing is the subtle like breaths in between where he breathes. That's really good.
I'm gonna say that's my current standing of what you are.
Okay.
Numero tres.
What is up, Unbound? Hello and welcome back to another Unbound community update.
Hello and welcome back to another Unbound community update.
I'm your host, David Rethemeyer. This is the update for April, and I'm really excited because in just a couple of weeks, I'll get to see you all again in person at Capstone 2023.
I'm gonna start calling him Rethemeyer.
It's not David.
He's just a, I don't know if David was a gay robot, maybe.
Brother, I tried with this one. It's not good.
It got worse.
I know.
Okay, so
It lost the accent.
it lost the accent, but it got way more like you have a head cold, and you're just like talking like this. That's the thumbnail right there. I can imagine like an animated little doughboy.
I'm your host,
This is David Rethemeyer.
This is the update for April, and I'm really
I'm the
excited
Pillsbury
because
Doughboy.
in just a couple of weeks.
Sample number 4.
What is up, Unbound? Hello, and welcome back to another Unbound community update. I'm your host, David Rethemeyer. This is the update for April, and I'm really excited because in just a couple of weeks, I'll get to see you all again, in person, at Capstone 2023.
David's had too many Red Bulls and decided to become a finance bro. All right.
What is up,
Voice number
Unbound?
4 is so interesting. Like, if you didn't know David, it would be believable. That is crazy. Like, okay, number 1, like the breaths thing. There's no breath, so that's a giveaway. But then, like, yeah, all right. Like, I could believe this was some other person with a really clean, like, podcast voice.
You know, that one is not his, but it's definitely, I could see it being his with a little bit more, like, adapting what's the word? With like altering it a little bit more, it could be his. It could be.
This has become more and more like Ben. Like, please insert footage of Ben. Like, this seriously sounds like him.
You might not know, but successful students do this over the holidays.
Version number 5.
What is up, Unbound?
Hello, and welcome back to another Unbound community update.
This isn't him.
I'm your host, David Rethameier. This is the update for April, and I'm really excited because in just a couple of weeks, I'll get to see you all again in person at Capstone 2023.
He sounds like David had a rough day or something. Be a little depressed.
I'm allergic to that one.
This is like David if he was like 40 years old, and yes, he's had a couple of daughters, so he's like older and wiser and softer now. But yeah, wow, that was close, but
that's close.
This one got good.
This one got really good. That could almost be convincing. And it's not distinctly your voice, but it could be your voice on a different microphone. If you think about that, like you could take
I could totally see that, yeah.
A junky quality microphone and have that be your voice.
I apologize, David, for the things I said about number 2, but I think it's number 2. That's my guess. Let me try 3 real quick.
What is up? Unbound.
Oh yeah, no.
just for the heck of it, I'm gonna listen to number 2 again.
All right, going back to number 2.
What is up, Unbound? Hello and welcome back to another Unbound community update. I'm your host.
Okay, so
this is
now after hearing all of them, that's definitely David.
What is up, Unbound? Hello and welcome back to another...
That totally sounds like one of the finance podcasts I listen to.
What is up, Unbound?
Yeah, okay, I guess 2. That's my final guess.
The sweetness of the voice.
Good job, David. That was really entertaining.
AI is not beating out the voice. I love it, David. Good stuff.
Out of all of those samples, I'd say sample number 5 is probably the most convincing of the samples to not be your voice, or to be your voice. Obviously, it's sample number 2, that's you. Yeah, that's pretty convincing.
Well, that was a lot of fun. I know that I really enjoyed going through that process and showing it to you guys. I learned a lot. Hopefully you guys did as well. If you did, leave a like on this video down below. And if you want to see us do more videos like this in the future, make sure to subscribe and to leave a comment down below letting us know what kinds of things with AI you would like to see us try, because we have a lot of different ideas that we're talking about and we would love to get you guys' input as well. For example, there was a bunch of voice AIs that I had in mind for this video, but I didn't get the chance to try. So if you want to see potentially a part 2 to this, where we put a little bit of a different spin on it, then I would totally be down to do that. We just need you guys to let us know if that's the kind of thing that you would like to watch as well. So again, thank you guys for watching, and we'll hope to see you around for the next video coming soon.